I'm gonna be 100% honest with all of you. I am not the most hardcore collector. I do collect a bit, but I will say that I am one to save money, and I have been speedrunning, like I said, for a few years now, and I mainly revolve around Super Nintendo. And some games are just flat out too expensive for me. Like I did speedrun Doom for SNES, and when you speedrun that game, you use the Super Famicom version, and that goes for like $60 to like $180. I'm not spending money like that, so I made a smart investment and I invested in an SD2SNES when I first began speedrunning. A lot of great things have been happening for this product, and I wanted to make a video about it because I personally think as a speedrunner, everyone should be investing in EverDrives, flash cards, things like that, especially an SD2SNES. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Once again, guys, I just want to say that I stream 3 times a week, Monday, Thursday, Saturday. So if you are interested in my Twitch channel, it's in the description below. Any questions involving anything I talk about in this video, we can always talk about it live on the stream. So the SD2SNES has been out for many years now, and personally, it's just getting better and better within time. A lot of things I will be talking about in this video is unofficial firmware, so you will be doing it at your own risk. Personally, on my end, nothing has ever happened to my flash card. It works perfectly fine on my end. Plus, I think the features is really going to interest you to the point where you just want to try it out. But before we get to that, I just want to talk about the SD2SNES as a whole and all the features it has and what it comes with when the moment you get it out the box. So let's talk about the price of the SD2SNES. It is around $200 for this flash card, which is a high price, but with all the features it has, personally, it saves you a lot of money down the line. It fits in both a Super Nintendo and Super Famicom. Now, as you can see, I do have this shell version, so it might not, and if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. But just know the newer versions, like the FXPAK PRO, they have multi-region shells, so they fit on North America, Europe, and Japan consoles. Now, when we do look at the top of the SD2SNES, you will see that it has an SD card slot. This SD card slot can hold up to 200 gigabytes, but there's no need to have that much in my opinion. Also, keep in mind that SD cards have to be reformatted to FAT32 since it does not support exFAT. The ROM loading time is set to around 9 megabytes per second, which is not bad, mainly because we are talking about Super Nintendo games. On top of that, we have a very clear menu display, a very high resolution screen, which makes reading the titles easy, even when the games have very long file names. Also, this flash card includes a real-time clock. Now, I do want to take a moment to talk about the enhancement chips that are supported, such as the DSP 1, 2, 3, and 4 chips, which supports games like Super Mario Kart, Pilot Wings, etc. But we also have the GSU enhancement chip, which was not supported a while back, but is now up and running, so playing games like Doom or Star Fox is now available. I would also like to take the time to mention that not all games are supported on the SD2SNES, but 99.8% of the SNES library is available for you to play. And if you are interested to know about the games that aren't available to be played, I will be putting a link in the description below that covers those games. Like I said, I am not a hardcore collector or anything, so this really does save me a lot of money down the line. It gives me an opportunity to really check out a ton of games I probably wouldn't even be able to get my hands on. Also, it really expands my horizons when I do decide to learn new games and speedrun new games. Now that we have covered all the general information I wanted to talk about in this video, let's talk about one of the 2 features I really wanted to cover in this video that actually motivated me to really want to make this YouTube video. One of which is the save state feature, which personally, it is the best thing that you can have when you're speedrunning. If you're literally anyone that speedruns, practice, you're going to be practicing a lot in your games. All right, guys, so we have the TV set up and we have Contra 3 for the Super Nintendo set up as well, and I will be going about how I have my save state feature set up on my SD2SNES. So the way I go about it is that I will press the start button and I will press my left bumper. The screen will go black for a moment and then it would show that I basically just made a save state. And if I move forward and I pause and I hit my right bumper, I will go back to the save state I just made. So once again, start, left button, left bumper to make a save state, and then start, right bumper to use the save state. And that's basically how you would go about it. Now, there are different combos you can use, like select up, down, left, and right. I personally don't use it, but in the description below, I will be putting a link to the firmware, which does go more in depth on how you can set that up and how it works. I just want to say that this is not 100% perfect. Some games that utilize the Super FX, the CH4, and the SA1 chips don't actually save state at all. Some games do work, but not all of them. Also, I play UN Squadron and Axelate, and when it comes to shmups, if you die and then you use your save state, the music will just completely die out or it will just instantly loop. Axelate actually crashes too. But do these shortcomings actually make it so you shouldn't get it? Of course not. I think you should personally get it if you have a SD2SNES. The games that are supported with the save state feature work perfectly fine, and it could potentially be updated down the line. And this does lead me to the final feature I wanted to talk about in this video, which is that you can actually play Super Game Boy games on your SD2SNES. And yes, I said it, you can play Super Game Boy games on your SD2SNES. Now, like I said before with the save state feature, this firmware also is probably not that perfect. There probably are some games that aren't available, but based upon what I have tried out and what others have said, all games that the original Super Game Boy used will work as normal. Now, I will be showing off 3 games that are played on the SD2SNES Super Game Boy, and I have to say it's very responsive. I like the way it looks on the screen. It looks very clear, very crisp, and I think this is a great investment for your SD2SNES. So now that we have talked about all the good things and all the bad things involving these firmwares, do I think it is still a good investment? Of course I do. The SD2SNES is a great product, hands down. Even if you don't want to use the firmwares we talked about in this video, it's an amazing addition to your collection. It saves you a lot of money down the line, and if you do speedrun, it will expand your horizons on different games you can play. The things that are already supported and you don't even know what could happen in the future always gets me excited and wondering what could be added next. Anywho guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you really did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I will be posting content every week. Also, if you want to join the Discord filled with amazing people from the community, that will also be in the description below. I appreciate everybody watching. I will see you guys in next week's video.